In this short demonstration, I will want to show you the new PlainID plugin and integration into OpenClaw. Basically, the new PlainID authorizer for OpenClaw. Probably a lot of you heard about the buzz that OpenClaw created in the industry, and additionally, the security vulnerabilities that is exposed and created for the user. And recently, NVIDIA dropped maybe the first attempt to create some enterprise in addition for OpenClaw. They created a wrapper around OpenClaw that its main feature is a sandbox environment, a containerized environment that allow you to run the agent within this environment that's supposed to reduce the blast radius in case of agent got rogue or did something that we didn't want them to do to this specific environment. But what if you want to give the agent a real power, give them integration with externalized tools, externalized data sources? Might be that the sandbox environment is limited in those cases. So what we did in PlainID, we created only a plugin for OpenClaw, not a wrapper. You can still use your own OpenClaw instance. We use the OpenClaw configuration for a trusted proxy. And with this setup, I created nginx with a Keycloak behind them that routing every connection of a user into the OpenClaw web UI. This is the channel that we chose to show here. And when every users that is logged in from Keycloak to OpenClaw, we created the coupling between the user, the agent, and the resources. The Keycloak that I use here is in order to simulate some authentication service within the organization or the enterprise. It can be any IDP that you can that the enterprises choose to use. So what we have here. Here, by the way, we have the new AI platform of PlainID for agentic workflows. Here within the access graph, we have a very minimal and basic setup only for this demo. We have the users within Keycloak. I divided them into two groups, the HR team and all of the organization employees. We have single authorization workspace or a single application. And within the OpenClaw agent, we have a general agent that is available for all of the users within the company, and an HR agent that's supposed to be available and have access only for the HR team. If we will press on this HR agent, we can see that you have an access to this local SQL MCP server. And within it, you have access only for two tools, the read query and list tables. Let's view the policies that gave access to those groups. First of all, only the HR members team can access to the HR agent and the SQL tools. And the second policy is the more general one. All the users within the organization can access to the general OpenClaw agent. So let's move into OpenClaw. As you can see, I routed into the Keycloak service. First of all, let's log in with Alice. Alice is representing here within the organization, a general employee that is not part of the HR team. Let's choose to chat with the HR agent, and let's see if Alice can chat with him. And as we expected, we get an unauthorized message from PlainID. Alice cannot chat with this agent. Let's try to chat with the general agent, the assistant one that's supposed to be available for all of the employees within the organization. And as we can see, the agent is responding to Alice. Let's see the available tools that this agent have. And now I can see all of the tools the agent can use. Let's try to use list table that we saw in PlainID. Use this Let's try to see all of the table that are available within the database. And as we are expecting, we got an unauthorized tool invocation from PlainID because this agent and this user don't have the permission to use this tool. Now, let's try to log in with a different user that he is a part of the HR team. Let's try to chat with the HR agent. And as we can see, this user, because he's part of the HR team, you have an access to this agent. Now let's ask him to show employee data. And he's invoking the tool list table and read query. And we can see give us all of the data about the employees, like we expected, like we configured at PlainID. Now, the last thing that I want to show you here, the plugin is basically available in the OpenClaw repository of the plugin as a community plugin. Is available in two mode, principal context. This is the mode that we saw here with the conjunction of users and agent. With this mode, you need only to do the basic setup of an authentication service in order to use it. But we also have a lighter mode that's available without any authentication of user. This is the agent only. With this mode, you can manage and configure authorization and manage your permission within OpenClaw only for agents without the user. Thank you. Hey, yo.